Hello, this is my channel, Greatly Indecisive, and there is a lot to get into. I'm tired of having so many ideas and not acting on them, and there are so many reasons why I haven't acted on them, which we will delve into throughout the course of this journey. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, really. I'm figuring it out, and if you don't know what you're doing with your life either, I'm right here with you. Sorry if it's a little blurry. I have to fix my camera. I haven't done that. I think it cracked like a year and a half ago. That's another thing to add to my to-do list. But I'm going to be reading to you an essay that I worked on a year ago, I think, or maybe half a year ago. I don't know why I haven't uploaded it. Actually, after this, I'll upload it to my Substack. This is something that I want to do. And I just give myself so many reasons why I don't do it. And hopefully, I mean, I haven't read this in a while, but hopefully you get a better sense of who I am and what I want to do as I read this. There's not much to it. There's going to be no editing to this. I'm just going to upload this because I got to do it for myself. If it's the one thing that I do in this life. All right, so let's get into it. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Or however the Romeo and Juliet line goes. I, in fact, did have to search up the line to make sure I didn't butcher it, because in all honesty, my first draft got it completely wrong. And it's a bit embarrassing not to remember some of its most iconic lines, given the fact that I read Romeo and Juliet several times and even acted out scenes in my school and other theater endeavors. I don't like the writing of this, so I am kind of making it up as I go as well. I will preface, I'm not a theater kid, at least not in the stereotypical sense. There's nothing wrong with that archetypal representation, though, that our mind generates. I love my drama nerds. My love for theater comes from the art of embodiment and gaining new perspectives of others and myself through the characters that I encounter, either in rehearsals or in writing. It's not something that I am still involved in college, but if the opportunity arises, you will be catching me on the stage, hopefully, and if I have the time for it. I'm not one to take the spotlight, but oh, how I love its warmth when I get to embrace bold, desperate, hungry, lost, and lively mannerisms. A character you would think is so far removed from the real me, whatever that means. The stage just gets to experience different aspects of me, but the fact that others perceive me as playing a character provides some safety from being recognized or perceived. I try to chase the same feeling through writing. The safety here comes from anonymity, though I'm no longer anonymous, because this was originally when I was thinking about, just going by this name. Though I'm not publicizing though, so maybe it feels a little bit less anonymous. I also don't think I've shared my name technically, so it's anonymous in that sense. But I was really thinking of not attaching any physical representation of myself. Anyway, back to it. The safety here comes from anonymity. I get to choose my name. And yes, to be loved, I think, is to be seen and known. But I'd like to create art outside of the identities I hold, however possible that even is. I'd like for people to get to know me through my art first, and then learn how my experiences and physical appearance shape what I create. That feels different from sharing everything that I have gone through and priming you to have certain expectations about the art that I should create, or worse, make assumptions about what it means to me. I don't really know what I was trying to say with that, but let's continue. Yes, my art and self will always be influenced by outside factors, but I'd like you to know me at my core. What do I make out of this entire world? And can you relate to it? How many times have we discarded something or disregarded something, hated on it, avoided it because of what we knew about the person who made it, who liked it, etc.? Easiest example to bring up is Taylor Swift. Like we automatically assign almost moral characteristics or traits or values to Taylor Swift because we know who she is as a person because she's in the public eye, or we hold or we make assumptions about people who like Taylor Swift just because they hold this identity of being a Swiftie, I'm trying to clear that up because what I wrote here is a little all over the place. And okay, now this line doesn't apply anymore, but you won't be able to attack me for what I look like, the identities I hold, or the life I've lived. You don't have access to the entire picture, but you do get the most authentic sliver. So you do know what I look like. I'm not sure if I'll probably go into the identities that I hold as things come up, but I'm not starting with it. I think that's the main point here. I'm not starting with that. You will experience me as I am with no prior knowledge of it, which I think is something that I always try to get away from. Like, I love my friends, I love the people I know, but I wish I could just start over, go somewhere new, as scary as it is, and reinvent myself. So I guess in a way I'm trying to do that with this as possible as it is. And I don't know if it really is, because maybe someone who I know is gonna stumble upon this. So hey, all right, moving on. Freed of expectations, this makes art so vulnerable because it reveals what's in my heart, what weighs on my mind. It's my core, and not everyone oh my god, I'm having so much trouble reading. And not everyone likes apples, so it's okay if you don't find my writing appealing, but please be careful with the way you discard it. If I had to describe myself in one word, it would be two: greatly indecisive. Unfortunately for me, it seems like there's a negative connotation behind being indecisive. My response to this? 1. Fuck it. Go ahead, misunderstand me because you don't know me. But also that hurts, and I will have a burning desire to over-explain myself in hopes to clear my name. And 2, I would like to offer a proper definition of my flavor of indecision. I would describe my indecision as a desire to find a way to link all my pieces together. And how do the pieces of the world fit together? And how do I fit within that context? Jigsaw pieces of various sizes and shapes, all from different sets, and yet they all make sense when placed together. But how do you know if the image you're putting together is the right one? Especially if you don't even have an image to base this puzzle on, you know what I mean? Like, life does not come with a manual or, hey, this is the box, this is what it should look like, and you should build it to look like this. Although I think we do get a lot of influence from social media, celebrities, history, education, all of it. And, based on our background, we do have a preset or determined model of what our lives should look like according to those contexts. But it's your life. It's your life. And also, nobody tells you exactly how to do it. So, what is one to do? We were just dropped into this world, and all right, go figure it out. So, all right. Back to this. The vast amount of possibilities is enticing, as is paralyzing. So let's take the worst possible question that you could ask me as an example. What do you want to eat? All right, well, what's the weather outside? It'll point me towards something warm or cold. Okay. What did I eat yesterday? I don't want to repeat the same meal, but also, like, I love some good leftovers, don't get me wrong. This is just for example's sake before I get attacked. Who's even attacking me? Like, my mind. Oh my god. Okay. Then, like, what's open and nearby? Like, what are you, like, the person who's asking me, craving? You know, do we think alike, or do we need a compromise? Like, any dietary restrictions? And most importantly, what meal would match the vibe of my outfit? Because of course that's important. So hopefully the name is making sense now, because I think I went on 3 or 4 side tangents while reading this. Anyway, I'm not sure if this convoluted way of thinking is linked to my ADHD, and I love to think about it as, like, odd, like genuinely odd. There's something peculiar. But the point is that my brain just is this way, you know, and I hope that you can accept it as a window to my mind. All right, so enough of the jumbling. Otherwise, I'll write or speak forever and ever, though I actually quite like that. I love having the mic on, but within the comfort of my own space. But if I, you know, just kept these thoughts here or to myself, like, when would you have a chance to read my thoughts or hear about them? I mean, I think at this point it's less connected to wanting other people to hear my perspective, because originally I think this was tied to a sense of validation, but at this point it's like, I just want to do it for myself. It's a commitment. I don't care if this goes anywhere, but it's a routine to prove to myself that I can pursue my aspirations just generally, you know? If I can stay committed to this, like, what else can I stay committed to? All right. But yeah, now it's time to get back to real productive life, whatever those descriptions mean. I prefer to simply call it switching tasks. So in this I wrote that I'm gonna go for a walk, but I actually got some homework to do, some readings to do, so I'm gonna be doing that. Or I'll probably, okay, this is pretty relevant, I'll try to solidify my class schedule for next quarter, and while doing so, I'll suddenly be engulfed by the overwhelming fact that I actually don't know what I want to do with my life. Oh my god, perfect. Literally to a T. It's almost like I wrote this, holy shit. That seems a bit better, right? Or perhaps I should actually keep writing, keep talking. I mean, I'll see, but you won't. And it brings a kiddish smile to my face, because I know that this name and this life are mine. So thank you. Hope that made sense. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of it. And you know what? I'll see you tomorrow. And if you don't see me tomorrow, I don't know. I'll have to hold myself accountable to that. Shit. Fuck. Can I curse on YouTube? That's something else to figure out, but I mean, I don't even care. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna upload this how it is. If it doesn't make sense, oh well. I'm gonna keep writing. It's a practice. Anyway, thank you. Love y'all lots. Okay, bye.